Hi, welcome to my garden. What are the two jobs that if you're only 30% right, you get a raise? I think that'd be a Major League Baseball pitcher and a weatherman. They've sort of backed off of the, ooh, it's gonna snow. Yes, there's some weather coming across. I don't know if it's gonna get quite as cold as they sure thought it was yesterday. Some of those maps I saw, they've changed those colors. But it's always good to be prepared. Now, I did get a question from a viewer. They were wondering about their purple hulled peas. Obviously, these are still green, and they're all a variety of cowpeas, black-eyed peas, purple hulled peas. But the question I got, with some of them, it was like something was inside of there just taking those peas out. We have found a worm or two in one or two of these pods. But we also have noticed little holes in some, not very many. But that's that leaf-footed beetle. That's that leaf-footed beetle. Kind of looks like a stink bug. It's got kind of a flared leaf foot. And they seem to, but they don't get them all. And obviously I only have one plant here next to a tomato. And that's another reason why we don't have so many bugs. I'm not going to talk about the pests that come in here and eat all of the leaves. Of course, that's a groundhog. And he and we've got a little competition going on. I put a watermelon rind in that cage, and he went ahead and got it out of there. So, I'm going to go ahead and rebait it tonight. He is cute, but he doesn't need to be eaten in my table. What I do want to talk about are these kind of bugs. You know, we do have a few holes in a few of these leaves. Now, the pests breed faster than the predators breed. That's one of the reasons we try not to spray anything in the garden. Because if I went after and sprayed whatever was making little holes in here, I would kill everything that might want to eat it. And that's one of the reasons we plant the way we plant. If a plant wants to grow somewhere, we leave it go. We companion plant some stuff, we mix everything up. We have sweet potatoes here, there, over there. We've got tomatoes here, there, over there, corn, Swiss chard here and there. We just mix it up. That kind of mixes up the bugs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come out here and pick. But by mixing up your plants, you confuse the bugs. And that seems simplistic, but it really does work. If you have a monoculture, you'll have one bug that comes in here and takes out everything. And we also continue to plant over time. And that way, when things die back, you got new things coming up all the time. And the number one way to keep most of the pests out of the garden is to feed the soil. Where you've got your bacterias and your funguses in the soil providing the nutrients to your plants. Now, I'm not talking about feeding your plants, I'm talking about feeding your soil. If you've got healthy soil, you're going to have healthier plants. And the stronger your plants are, the less likely they are to be attacked by bugs. And I think you've seen this year, we had squash bugs and we had black blister beetles. But they didn't take on everything that's in here. They liked a few different things, so we had to manage a lot of that. We did spray neem oil and Dawn dishwashing soap, but we tried to just spot spray right where those bugs were. Thing is, even though it's not poison, it still will take out some of the predators. And you want as much life in your garden as you can have. But we've had some grasshoppers this year, but they haven't eaten everything. Even our Swiss chard is looking really, really good. Very few holes in it, although I do see, looks like something is eaten there and something is eaten there. Thank goodness we're getting late enough that the blister beetles aren't a problem anymore. And hopefully the squash bugs aren't going to be a problem anymore. That's one of the reasons I don't have big long rows of this, that, or the other thing. I plant them in little groups here and there throughout the entire garden. Just mixes it all up. And if we lose something, we have something right next to it coming up. There's a ton of food still out here in the garden. I want to check on this corn. Now, I got a couple ears I've been keeping an eye on. And I'm going to take this one. I think this one is ready to come off too. Well, it's off. Whether it's ready. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. That one feels like it needs to come off. And just to round it up, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. That'll give us 2 each. Let's go see if there's something else we want to pick. Now we've been looking at these cucumbers. I think I'm going to take this one. What do you think? That one? Or, oh, I'm going to take this one. Hang on. Through the fence. I'm going to take that one. We got one here. We got some more coming on. Okay, a couple cucumbers and some corn. Let's see what else we got. One of the nice things about the deep mulch garden, you just come out here and get some beans for dinner. And they're just loaded. They're just everywhere. And if I miss a couple, I'll get them tomorrow. I really didn't mean to come out here and pick anything tonight. After all, I told you the hardest work you do in the garden is harvest. This is beautiful, and look how nice these are. And because we don't spray anything, I can eat them right now. If we grab some okra, that'll round out dinner. There's enough here I can make a batch. They're even starting to put on down low again. Just at the edge of being too big. That's going to slice up and cook up really, really nice. Our goal is to not spray anything at all. And when I started this deep mulch, my wife and I were a little skeptical about whether or not this would work. And yeah, we do have some bugs. I mean, we got some holes in some leaves. And we have some really persistent bugs, just like everybody else, but not really. Nothing like we used to have. When they hay and we get the blister beetles, that's very devastating. When they come out and eat the entire potato patch, but then we have the sweet potato patch. If they come out and eat half of the squash, then we got more squash. So there's always something coming up behind. Succession planting, feeding the soil, making sure you got predators in your garden. And then if something does die, you just let it go. There's always something coming up behind it. And you see the harvest that we're getting. And you can do this too. And if you've hung around this long, I do want to tell you, these are actually lighter than my leather boots. And I think I found my new favorite garden boots. Now, I'm not a shopper. And I've been in the market for some rubber boots for a couple of years, and I'm tired of getting my leather boots wet going to and from the garden. I was given an offer to try out some rubber boots, and they just showed up today. And they fit really good. One of the things I really like is they're steel-toed, and I'm used to steel toes in my boots. You never know when you have to get after a log or a snake or something. It's good to have some protection on your toes. And so far, we really like these treads. Well, let's go on over to the garden. I don't need the boots for the deep mulch garden. That's one of the benefits of the deep mulch. You can walk on here. But it's getting to and from the garden. And when we're out there raking leaves in the fall, or if we have to go into the woods chasing a woodchuck, I need something that I can take a rinse off and don't get in trouble when I walk into the house. They're supposed to come off about... Wow. They're supposed to come off about this size. We'll get seeds out of this one. There's a few more in here I should be picking. But I'm going to blame it on the rain. Now, after walking around the garden, they're very comfortable. There's some padding in there. They fit around your foot really well. They fit around your calf really well. I'm pretty happy with these. I want to let you know I'm not getting paid to talk about these boots. They wanted me to review them. I've given them a pretty good shot, and I'm pretty happy with them. They did offer a discount code. They did offer a discount code, and I will put that in the pinned comments. And I'm really happy they asked me to review these. Not only do they fit really well, I needed a pair of boots. And just in time, because it's starting to rain, and Christmas is coming, or you might just need some boots. Look at this. This is a sweet potato that's off of a vine that rooted. I know, I wasn't going to start digging yet, but look at that. our first sweet potato. That is awesome. Hopefully that means we're gonna have a few more this year. Anyhow, I found my new favorite garden boots, and for the price that these are, and I'm really happy. And I'm not a shopper, so I'm really happy. You might want to check them out. Yeah, so I went and got a tote. You can do this too. And remember, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.